Hello, beautiful Pisces souls, and welcome to the February 2025 Tarot Forecast. I am your psychic advisor, Micah, and we're here to talk about how to add um, some clarity to the energies that you're going to be experiencing in the month of February 2025, but also hopefully lifelong lessons that you can carry on throughout the rest of your life. and but also, like, I mean, I guess is the date around these messages is more so like the time of recording, because I am like recording these and then I am posting them onto YouTube, as that is probably where you are listening to this video. So it's like not just for February and then the message is gone forever. It's just that that's when I've posted this to YouTube. So, when you're watching it in, February 2046, just know that it should still have just as much poignancy and meaning if there ever was any. Okay. So the things that we're gonna start talking about, like what you're walking away from, which is like just my way of saying like energies that you're leaving behind, letting go of. For some people, like the term walking, like that's the thing about like trigger words, right? Like for some people, like the term walking is a trigger word because they might be like differently abled, and like walking might be something that they can't do, or maybe it's like because of like the place that they live is like not like walking friendly. So like words can be triggering, and I guess that's also like a message here as well for Pisces, as Pisces are like very fortunate. Like Pisces and Sagittarius, they always say is like God's favorite signs. So they tend to be very fortunate, which also kind of makes them feel, or to other people, makes them seem arrogant, because they might they might provide impractical solutions to to people that are experiencing problems in which they have no experience. So, it's like almost like asking your gay best friend, like, oh my God, I'm having pregnancy and contractions, what should I do? And he's like, I don't know, like try some Zumba or something, like something completely um, off base, because it's something in which he has like no experience. Um, and that's like a somewhat of a trope for Pisces, is them being not, people always say like not in touch with reality, but Pisces is very in touch with reality, too in touch with reality. It's that they're just not in touch with the realities of other people, and which you could say on one hand might be like ignorance. Another person might say because of like blissful ignorant comfort. Like the was it, people say ignorance is bliss, so like blissful ignorance, or like painful woeful ignorance. But the energy that Pisces is walking away from in February 2025 is that of the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, to me, as a card of advice, is always like aromatherapy and positive affirmation. So, as a Pisces who gives advice, if you're like in a war-torn country and you're watching some tarot reading and they're like Six of Swords, aromatherapy, and you know, um, positive affirmation. It's like, okay, well, half the country's burned down. I'll see if there's a candle shop open, somewhere that will help me with that. Um, but aromatherapy is just a fancy word to saying like air freshener, change the way things smell around you. If they smell bad, make them smell good. If they smell good, make them smell bad. I guess like if the Six of Swords was reversed or something. So just that's what that is. And then like so also the Six of Swords is I think a really good card to see in this descending energy of what you're walking away from, because it's like leaving rough waters into calmer waters, or to like safe shores, and or like bringing your boat to shore. And in another reading that I was of my own that I was watching, uh, I was saying something about like using, so it's like you're using positive affirmations to help carry you to shore, on a boat that has like a leak in it. And the reason why you're going through that situation of experiencing something so stressful is that so the later on in your journey, when you're trying to manifest things that are um, less severe, you'll remember how you use the powers of the law of attraction, powers of positive affirmation, you know, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, to bring that boat with that leaky boat to shore. So it's like, oh my God, like remember when we made it across the Pacific Ocean in that biplane? I think we can handle starting a business. I think that like, we brought that leaky boat um, all the way across the Atlantic. I think that we can. I think we can do this marriage or raise this child or whatever other journey you go on. Um, a dog, a hedgehog, an iguana, any type of pet like that. Well, I mean, honestly, so moving into Pisces' first house of this reading, we have the Page of Pentacles here. So the Page of Pentacles, to me, in reference to house pets, is usually like a cat or a mouse. But then a mouse can be, like I said, like a hedgehog, a guinea pig, a hamster. Um, and then in my own discovery, like I had this Sim pack, like the Sims, and I don't know which one it came with because I don't have many, but and a lot of them I got for free. But it had like hamster cages and hedgehog cage and like some other type of like small rodent animal. And for a really long time, I was like, oh yeah, like my Sims need some type of like pet, but it's like I'll just wait until I get the pet kit. Um, because for some reason I just thought that those cages were just cages and there wouldn't actually be like an animal inside of them. And then there was, and I've had that kit or whatever for probably like a year and a half now. So that is, I don't see the Nine of Cups here in this reading, but it is something in the Nine of Cups that I see sometimes where it's like you could be asking things from the universe or trying to manifest things that you already have. So as I was like, I want my Sims to have a pet or just like something simple. It doesn't have to be something brand new. I already had it. And there's a couple other things inside the game that I wanted, like a fire pit and some other stuff that like just miraculously was there one day. um, After me like sort of wanting it or like asking for it from the universe. So even those like little confirmations from them making changes in your favorite video game can be like little tokens or yeah, almost like little gold coins that you would pick up like playing Sonic. Or I was thinking more like breadcrumbs, to helping you find whatever it is that you're looking for, like kind of like how Hansel and Gretel would leave in the you know that's the story, right? Like Hansel and Gretel, they're like kidnapped by some witch in the forest, and they like leave breadcrumbs so that the woodsman can find them or something. I don't know. I don't know. Fairy tale is so great. But anyway, so 10 minutes later, you might be like getting a pet hamster or something, or a pet cat, and it'll make your self-esteem feel really supercharged because maybe you're taking pictures of that and putting it on social media or something like that going on. And in the house of your priorities, in your second house, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is like maybe Pisces in February because it is so cold, or maybe because it is so warm. or maybe because you are a Pisces, you're just like, I don't want to go anywhere or do anything. And it's like, how can I make money from not going anywhere or doing anything? And that's like your biggest priority in February. Because of the anxiety that you have. I mean, it could be like a fear of cold and flu season. um, but it's almost like also like you're trying to pull yourself to the barest of bones to see like how you can still survive off of that. And I don't think that you really have to prove that to anybody. You can just, live in abundance. Um, and I see that you are speaking into existence as like better hydration. Uh, the Ace of Cups, which talks about like a new cycle of love, or something where you're just like going around telling everybody you love them. I don't know, maybe something to do with Valentine's Day. You could be like a singing telegram to somebody. And I see that you're feeling in your fourth house of feelings and emotions. We have the King of Cups here. So, in reference to your feelings, you might have like a lot of feelings for this Scorpio person. We'll take my phone notification as confirmation, but also that I could just put my phone on silent, and then also I don't trust phone notifications because sometimes apps send you fake notifications just because they like want your attention. But sometimes you need the distraction. I don't know. But so anyway, yeah. So you have a lot of feelings for the King of Cups, and one of your biggest obstacles in the month of February is the King of Swords. So you might have like a crush on a Scorpio, and you might want to have sex with like an Aquarius or a Libra. Sexy distraction, sexy detour. What will help you in this fight is the moon, which, like if you were a Pokemon and this was like a list of attacks, the moon is withdraw, like withdrawing back into your shell, and staying alone and isolating. So you might end up in some type of love triangle, and just to backdoor brag and to seem so like beloved and popular. There's a lot of times where just like as a water sign, as a Pisces, I want to be, queen of the social scene. And it's like literally anytime I open up my mouth, it causes like dissension and fury. Because I have a rising Scorpio, so I'm like a very polarizing person. Intuitively saying trigger words or triggering people through stories and whatever, what have you. And have found myself in the midst of a lot of love triangles and this person likes me but I like that person, and sort of that old story. And the best way to avoid being in a love triangle or love hexagon or octagon is to just sort of stay by yourself and to work by yourself. So the advice that's being given by this reading, especially in terms of like work, it's like find something you can do. Like you can work like at night, overnight. You can tap into your nocturnal senses. There's just like something going around in February, especially during the daytime. That maybe it's like a lot of violence. That just like makes you want to stay inside during the day and go out at night. And what you are attracting, so like by going around telling everybody that you love them, staying alone, staying out of love triangles and love hexagons and love octagons, is the Four of Swords, which the Four of Swords is sometimes like attending a funeral, going to church, but it's like resting, meditating, and like sometimes just like laying in your bed. Sometimes it's somebody like doing voodoo on you, like someone having like a voodoo doll of you, and maybe like becoming aware of that. But a lot of people are like forgetful, so like they might have made like a voodoo doll of you, and they just like left it somewhere, and so it actually has like spun around and just giving you a lot of time to rest because that's what spirit their control of your spirit has done for you. So you might have found yourself in some type of really, especially like throughout the winter time, as winter is coming to a close in February, that you might have found that you were like auspiciously just like protected, like you know, like hung up on the just like kind of like hung up on the wall, like a trophy or like a Barbie, um, for 4 months, for some reason, and it's because someone made a voodoo doll of you and forgot about it and just like left it on the shelf, and then it's like left you protected and within a home and all these other shamanic things because they are just like flippantly doing magic, without an extreme understanding of it. Which would also advise Pisces to do like black cord cutting rituals, and to protect your energy and to pray and to meditate, which are totally like you're totally someone's doing binding on you, like Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, but it's like someone's doing binding on you so that you're like alone, and that you're like working and that you're focusing and that you're sleeping and resting, um, like almost like someone will give it a rest. You know what I mean? And it's like you need to rest, and it's to your benefit. Um, don't hurt you none. Because Pisces also like has always they are people like put in a lot of work. So it's like whatever it is that they're trying to take away from you has already been cemented in the ground. It's like trying to uproot a tree that's like stuck in cement. Grandfathered in, and so what you're attracting, I don't know. So like someone also like in February, be careful. Someone might try to put something like in your drink or something and try to like poison you, or give you like medicine without you knowing. Like from talking to somebody, them telling you that they love you, the Ace of Cups, and then Seventh House, Four of Swords, like you resting, Four of Swords. So just be careful about that as well. And then what I see is that what you want is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles could be like payback, get back, revenge, especially it being in like the 8th Scorpion house. Um, but also it's like a toy, so maybe there's something, like a gift that you want for Valentine's Day or your birthday, because some Pisces are born in February, and that would be your birthday. So maybe it was like a birthday gift that you really want from a Scorpio or from somebody, something that they stole, you want them to bring it back to you. You might buy a gift for yourself, something that you really want and desire. It's almost like you want to buy yourself a gift card or something. And so that's the 8th house. And then so in the 9th house with the Knight of Swords, this is saying to me that like you are thinking about the future when it comes to your higher education and like your want to travel. So it's like, if you go on a vacation right now to Italy or to Morocco or something, it's not just in simple ostentation. It is because you are trying to learn something or trying to further your understanding of Italian or French or Muslim cultures or socioeconomics or some type of or Buddhism or some type of like spiritual philosophy. The gigantic Buddhist Mecca that is Italy. You would go there. Um, or maybe Catholicism. That might be what you're trying to have a deeper understanding of. Because what we have here in the 10th house, I'm sorry I'm going in and out with like talking about what houses and cards, because there is a part of this that I'm trying to eventually evolve where I don't talk about the houses or what cards that I see or what zodiac signs, and just like deliver the message as the message is. But I would like to also teach people how I am receiving the message so that it doesn't seem like oddly specific and for like some random reason. Like there is reasons why I'm bringing up these subject matters, and it's like because I'm being guided by the cards. And in the 10th house, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So that's why I'm talking about, like, wanting to travel to Italy to probably, I'm assuming, like Catholic, uh, you know, shrines or, Catholic places. And specifically ones adorning like Mary, like Jesus's mother Mary, like Mother Mary, uh, or what is it? I've also seen this card representing like Our Woman Guadalupe, which I believe is something that is done in Mexico. And it being like really good for your career. So it could be like a business trip, like a bunch of people from your job are going. It could be like paid for by your job. So it's like if you're going to travel in February, Pisces, it's like most likely going to have to do with like work or your education and not just like for fun, but you might have a lot of fun. I see that it'll probably be like raining a lot. You might have a dreary vibration about you in February. It's the Three of Swords, so you might be giving out Valentines and not receiving, or you might be receiving a lot and not giving. But also the Three of Swords, it's like almost like you're like cursing out your friends, or you're making them like really sad for whatever reason. And I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you have like a birthday party or something, and you're like, you know, yelling at them about religion and politics, and they're hurting their hearts and stuff. But I see here that it's because you know a lot of people's secrets too. So it's like, you might be really stressed out about hanging around your friends because like who's cheating on who and who's lying to who about what, and they all confide in you, and it's like kind of difficult to be around anybody because too much background information. And that might be something that you're sharing in February. Maybe that's something that people are coming to an understanding of in February. And the energy that you're heading towards is the Three of Wands. So that's why I was talking about like political disputes. So you might be. I mean, I guess especially with the King of Swords being the obstacle, maybe you were withdrawing so that you wouldn't have to have talks with people about Donald Trump or something, or other political leaders that are shifting and shuffling around. And maybe a lot of your friends or people that are becoming aware of that. Alright, so that's what I see for Pisces in February 2025. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.